What's up, all you motorcycle enthusiasts, and welcome to the V-Twin Life here on YouTube. We talk motorcycles powered by those V-Twins, what fuels their passion, why you enjoy it so much. V-Twin Life is brought to you by these two great companies, Crash Inc. Clothing and Wild Ass Seats. Hey, you want to add some comfort to your ass when you're out riding, whether you're a 400-mile guy, or maybe a guy that's pushing 1,000 plus, or female rider for that matter? Hey, check out wild-ass.com and add some comfort to your ass. Can't forget Crashing Clothing, that Northwest brand out of the Pacific Northwest. Hey, these guys got a lot of great stuff, from t-shirts to hats, raincoats, you name it. Hey, they can get you covered. Check out crashingclothing.com. Now, let's dive into another milepost of the V-Twin Life. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in on Talk About an Ultra Short Notice, just kind of fun time hangout session. So thanks you guys that tune in every week and coming in on really short notes. Got the Bent Rim podcast coming in to hang out tonight and shoot the shit and toss back some wobblies and talk bikes and see what everybody's got going on, man. Dude, thanks for coming on, Zach.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man.
Heck yeah, thanks for, sending me a message and literally when I put this together in no time at all.
Hey, man, I saw you pop up. I was like, we'll shoot on. We'll pop in.
Heck yeah. Originally, it's like I didn't have anything because the holiday weekend and out doing stuff, and wife, I was on my way home. She's like, hey, I got a fire going for the podcast night. I'm like, I didn't have one. It's like, well, you got a fire going, might as well do something. I'm like, all right, sure.
Well, hello, let's get to it.
We'll throw one together real quick. Why not? That's what it's all about. Just having fun, interact with everybody, and meet the guys within the community and gals and have some time. So what's been going on your way?
Nothing, man. Weather's hit or miss and getting into that busy season with the job, so just plugging away.
Nice. Bill, what's going on? I got the Iowa Hog Rider, HG Traveler, Slim Jim. Got a bunch of guys here seeing Bryce popping in, Mandy. Man, everybody coming to hang out. I'm surprised. When I throw this together in no time at all, people actually come to hang out. That's pretty fucking cool. Oh. So what kind of contest stuff you got coming? You got anything coming up you're working on for the near future? Or?
Trying to finish up some videos from this past this past season and whatnot. The 6th of December got a live going on. Guest is Twiddle D, so come check that out on Tuesday. Other than that, ain't much going on, man. Just plugging away week by week.
Nice. So actually, I know I've gone through some of your stuff, but what's your ride of choice that you're riding right now?
I have a 2008 Street Glide, and I have a 2006 Dyna Super Glide.
Oh, yes, another twin cam. It's the only way to go, in my opinion, right now. I'm not sold on Milwaukee's. I love the twin cams, and it's just, that's my thing.
I had a chance to buy a newer one, and I was looking it over at Test Road it a couple times. They had it there for like 2 months. Nobody was chomping on it, but I took the Dyna in for a service because I couldn't figure out something was up with the electrical issue. And the guy goes, well, if you're gonna bump up, what would you bump up to? And I'm like, I don't know, touring Street Glide, like what? And he walked me in the back, and they literally were just rolling it off the trailer. And I'm like, is everything good? And give me an hour and I'll let you know. And they gave me I couldn't beat the price. I picked it up right away. Nice.
They're fun. I mean, I don't know, and for me, have something that mechanically kind of you're familiar with and, wrench on makes it nice too. And I don't know, for me, so I just grew up on that one, and shit, I just enjoy the sounds of them. They're just iconic. You just don't get that sound to all the Milwaukees, and I don't know, they're just not for me yet.
I don't know, man. It comes with time, dude. I've never bought anything new as far as motorcycle wise anyways. So I always like to see what's going on up there. And I don't know if Harley, the rumors are coming around with the anniversary and everything. Are they really going to put something out here next, or?
Yeah, I've heard the rumor they're not. So yeah, I don't know. But I think with anything, especially, the engine, I think, when you come out new one, it takes a while. You got to work out some bugs to, get everything dialed in and figured out. And sure, in time, they'll, man, you see a lot of people riding the hell out of them. So, obviously, they're working. I remember, hearing a lot of bad stories the first year or two. But, they seem to work. My dad's got a 19, and knock on wood, his has been great to him. And I know a couple other people that have 19, and they've had nightmares. So, I don't know. Hit and miss.
hit and miss riding style, or lack of, not knowing.
Right.
But I appreciate it. I've had that Dyna. I've had the Dyna for 6-7 years, and bumping up to that, up to the street glides, the only difference is that, it's a little more comfortable for her and looks a little better to slap floorboards and everything on. So
Yeah, more wind protection, whatnot. Which that can be cool. I mean, the wind protection can be nice, especially, like where both of us, this time of year can be a little bit cold. If you still want to get off a ride and when the, low 40 is being able to keep that wind off your torso and area, that protection can be kind of nice when it comes to the touring models.
Well, yeah, it's because it was 2 years ago. Megan, my other there, her vehicle broke down, and we just couldn't afford to get a new one, so I left her use mine, and I was riding my Dyno to work every day throughout the whole winter, man. And I was just like, you stop halfway. It was only like a 40 or 50-minute commute, but you stop halfway to 3/4 of the way, and you're like freaking trying to warm your hands up on the engine or sticking them down by the pipe and all this, and it's like, man. And then with the going back out on the road trucking and everything, my commute now, I'm local driver, but still I got to make that commute every day. It's nicer to have the street glide with the fairing and whatnot. It makes a difference.
Yeah. No, very true. I mean, that's, how I am same way with the road glide. It's like once you have that, it's like, man, it's hard to go back away from it.
Yeah, I've been mistreating the Dyna. It's been sitting in the shed for a bit.
I know it's like some of the guys at work give me shit. Why don't you ever ride your bike to work? And it's like, me, I do the same thing, driving truck. I'm local, so I'm home every night. But it's like my commute to work's like 90 seconds. It'll take me longer to pull the bike out of the garage, get it turned around. My coat's like shit by then. It's like I could already be at work. My truck. It's like I'm not even going to bother.
Man, I wish I had that commute right now, dude.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on there, Wind Road Therapy?
What's up?
Yeah,
man?
I think in the afternoons worse than when I got to wait for the one stoplight to cross the highway to come back home. It's
such a shame.
that half-mile commute. It can be rough, especially in the morning when your window's still half frozen. It's like I just want to go. I can see out one bottom corner, roll the window down, just pull the old Ace Ventura on the way to work. Screw it. It ain't bad. But, I work for a smaller company, and, the boss, he's a good guy to work for. I've known him for a good number of years, and, they treat you well, and it's a good place. I enjoy it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm working down out of the rail yard and stuff, so, I mean, I don't know. We do like a 300-mile coverage area and stuff, but still, if they weren't paying so much, I'd be looking somewhere else right now. I mean, it's just, I don't know. City pays a little bit more. I'm out in the sticks, so these local guys, they're a little flexible on the schedule and whatnot, but they're not up there as far as what you could be making right now. So
yeah, and I get that. I mean, I do 500 miles a day most time. Tacoma and back. I haul lumber to the rail yards over there. It either goes south or goes back east. So
yeah, back and forth. Rail delays.
Oh boy, I'm sure they're going to be nice, possibly in a couple weeks. See how that goes.
Happening. It's already happening.
Well, we had a problem over here for a while as we couldn't get empty rail cars for the lumber because they were all back east is what we were being told. And then all of a sudden now it's like they're don't really got that problem. But now with the contract stuff with the railroads, we'll see how that's going to shake down next week. That could cause some headaches.
Yeah, a lot of guys were all happy thinking it was over. And I'm like, well, if you read the news and you talk to some of these guys, that was only a temporary Band-Aid.
Yes, I mean, what are the 7 of the 11 unions agreed on their contract? But if one doesn't, I mean, everybody's gonna, you back the other. Solidarity with the unions. I was a union guy for a long time. I get it.
Yep.
No, Mike, not yet. It's all ready. I just got to wait for my boss to get the license plates for it. He didn't get that done on Friday, but got the new headache rack, drop fenders put on the drop axles, toolbox. Just wait for the license plates.
That's right. You're what? You just picked up a Western Star, right?
Yeah, the boss picked up, I got a 2022 Western Star. Got delivered last Thursday? I think it was.
We can't even get new trucks. They put out an order for 100,000 and nobody's been able to pick it up, so they kind of just divvied it up, whoever would take it.
I know these ones my boss ordered over a year ago. They only had a couple build spots left, and we got the new 49Xs, which are made in Oregon. So I think it was supposed to be delivered about 2 months ago. Of course, everything runs behind, gets pushed back, and the other one is supposed to be here in February, supposedly, so probably April, May.
That ain't bad.
No. No, they're pretty sharp, I will say. I mean, I got a 14 Western Star that I drive now, and I like it. It's, they're good trucks. I don't have any issues with it.
Yeah, anything that
Treated
gets me
me
down
well.
the road. Anything that gets me down the road, don't leave me set, man.
Yep. But, shit happens, but no, they're good. I mean, we do heavy haul up here, so we're 105,500 pounds hauling lumber. 4-axle trailer, 4-axle trucks. Good times.
Yeah, you haul a lot more than I do.
It's fun.
Hey, man, I don't complain about it. It's a good way to make a living.
Yeah, sit there, look out the window. You can lick it occasionally. Do whatever you like,
Yeah.
Get to see a few idiots every day.
Yeah, every day.
And I think, I've been doing it now almost 2 years, but I really think, the number of years spent riding on the road really, in a way, can help a guy because, I'm riding on the road on my bike. I'm watching 2-3 cars ahead of me. Not so much just the car in front of me, but, taillights, brake lights ahead. And I think it really, it can help a guy because, whether, you're hauling super heavy weight or even, you're 80,000, 56,000, whatever, those things don't stop on a dime. You got to be paying attention and, leave yourself room and be cautious of what's going on in your surroundings.
Yeah, all the time, though. That's the sad part. You got to be on your toes every day.
Oh, yeah.
But in a sense, you can transfer that over the two wheels where it really should be a good practice for some of these guys to be doing the whole 15-second scan ahead deal and, always be watching.
Oh, I 100%.
I've
But then
had guys.
you leave yourself that much room, then like you hit the, for us, like I-5, the highways over there, and people, oh, great, perfect. Let me just dive right in here. It's like, I ain't leaving room for you to cut me off, fucker, but
It's
you
like
get used to it.
Baltimore right now, 4 lanes, cross 4 lanes, don't even care. Right across 3 noses and, middle lane shaking. Everyone's all jamming. It's like, no.
Yeah. Very true. So did you get much traveling done this year? Any trips you got to go off and take off on?
Nothing big. I was actually shocked at half the events that we got to go to. Coming out of pre-COVID and all that, it kind of sucked. But it was good to be able to get out and do some stuff. We did Gettysburg. We did Ocean City. I got to go over to Jersey twice solo to go meet and hang out with Bert and George from Baggers and Brews. Did some stuff up to New York and just kind of hit around the local stuff, man, because like we were discussing earlier, you said you wanted to do some stuff. I'm just trying to get some better rides figured out in the area to have people come and check out.
Yeah. That's the fun thing, is with the YouTube, it's like you can watch, the people you do these videos, it's like, they kind of showcase the areas where you live, and we all live in great parts of the country, and, getting to see it, even if it's not through your own eyes, but, you can really see some cool areas that you want to definitely go visit by, what the content and everything that people do, which is a lot of fun.
Well, that was great that we got to talk about that. I think we went live 2 Fridays ago, and it was kind of like this, just up in the air. And had some guys come on, and it's like, I can talk to each one of these guys and be able to hit them up, and they'll be able to tell me where all the good places are to go, where to, you build that connection and that, friendship and all that, and you get your connections together. You can go almost anywhere and know that you're going to be in the right place.
Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%. You build that that network of friends and, throughout doing what we all like to do, hanging out here on YouTube, and man, you can up any of these guys and always places to go.
Yeah.
So how'd you come about starting up your podcast, The Bent Rim? What sparked that to get going?
I was like, this is a long time coming, man. I've been working on this for like, I don't know, a year and a half almost. But I don't know, man. It was just something that I didn't feel 100% comfortable doing just the YouTube stuff because I wasn't used to it, seeing how it was coming. But I wanted to get the real connection, real talk with people. And then, like, hopefully this coming year, 2023, you'll see more of the traveling and being able to get them on the spot interviews. because like my whole little mixer recorder deal is portable and it's like no bigger than my cell phone. And I just plug my cords in and go. And now like, that's what I want. I want that on the scene talk and get that interaction and actually feel the vibes about coming to these different events, whether it's a rally, charity event, big ride, this neck of the woods, that neck of the woods, man. Like, yeah. So I think we got started up in late August, and that's about it, dude. We've been trying to plug away ever since.
See, I thought, kind of similar deal, go for a ride, pull over, whether or not even, it's like I got a road mic for my iPhone, plug in the mic and just do some little, side of the road interviews, find a cool place to pull off, and, out riding with some buddies and just do a 5-10 minute interview, just talking the road and, stuff we're seeing and places we're going. I think it'd be really cool. And I wouldn't mind trying to do some more of that, next year. I want to try to do some of that this year, but it's like, I don't know. I find myself, it's like I get caught up riding, and I just want to ride. And I'm horrible about the taking more time, more pictures and enjoying it because, I don't know, you get in that sink, like I just want to go pound miles, let's go. And I got to get myself out of that and try to enjoy it more. I mean, not that I don't enjoy it, but, when you look back on it, it's like, okay, cool, you rode 3,000 miles, you got 20 pictures. Well, that's kind of shit for all the time and places you spent. And I don't know, just need to, in a way, slow down and smell the roses, as they say, and, check out the scenery some.
Well, in a sense, man, like, I don't know for you, but for me, it's, it's that therapy and that let loose and stuff. So until I'm like,
yeah,
I get to that point where I'm just calm and enjoying the moment and stuff is when I can be like, all right, I'll just hit the camera and, we can start doing whatever, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get Megan to be more active with the camera, and she's been doing great. It's just I wanted her to use the bigger camera on the back of the bike and try and get some more still shots and stuff. But I ain't complaining or nothing.
Yeah, you get out, enjoying the road, enjoying the company, and just in a way, letting go of the world's problems and just sit behind the bars and go.
Yep. It'll come, dude. We'll get a system figured out, man. That's all it is. You'll get yourself into a rhythm you don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah. Well, you get some of those. I mean, I think I put together one video that was like 2 years ago. I think I had like 90 minutes of stuff on a toy run. And I think that took me almost 4 hours to edit that down to like 9 minutes. Like, holy crap.
Yep.
And you look at some of these films, some of the guys, these people put out, it's freaking amazing. I mean, I really enjoy like the documentaries from the law-abiding biker. Ryan Urlacher does some, God, his film stuff is amazing to watch on their, multi-day trips. And say, I can only imagine how much hours and days and weeks go into, the effort to edit all that down to, an hour and a half documentary over multiple days. And it's cool to watch. And it's like, man, you want to try, but in a way it's intimidating as shit too. And it's like, I don't know if I got the patience for it.
I tried it a little bit, but I also run into the problem where with the work schedule and everything, it's kind of like I really don't have the time to be sitting here trying to edit that long of a deal, especially when I don't have anything backed up that I can go, I can take a week off and still work on this, be chill. And then like I'm hooked on this thing that I can do everything from my phone now. So I'm trying to edit from my phone while I'm like on a live load or stuck at the rail. And it's like, man, I can't put out half this right now. Like, ugh.
Or just come to me, some of the, the guys get, this, doing some really even, stories and shorts and, Harley Fatboy Jr., he's good at it, like Jason Setzer Pendants, he does some great stuff. And I don't know, I can't figure out the niche or, how they get to do that stuff. It's like, I'll try to put one together. I'm like, well, this sucks. I ain't putting this out there.
I'm just not even nitpicking no more, man. Like if I'm at an event or something, like we just went down to Harrisburg's motorcycle and swap meet thing, and it was kind of a bust, but just taking some pictures and video of that and putting it together. I've been throwing that up this week. I mean, it's not the greatest in the world, but it's up there. It's decent stuff.
Well, it's so many people say, when, I don't know, your first year or whatnot doing this, your first 20, 30 videos ain't going to be great. I mean, everybody, we got to learn that process, and it gets better over time. And I keep telling myself that, but I still got to believe myself. Just take the plunge and just do it. Yeah. I mean, I got a bunch of video and whatnot from Monsters Over Mountains, and I've been posting pictures, every week or whatnot, some more pictures from it, because Frank Orlando was known to watch out for us. He was taking a ton of pictures of everybody, and I got a bunch of GoPro video, and there's a lot of stuff to put together, and I just need to sit down and do it and just get it out there. I mean, that was probably the first big one that I've actually done that much filming for. I mean, I got a lot of video and whatnot of all the, different mountain passes there we're riding and hanging out, and it was an awesome experience. It was a lot of fun. Challenge, but we persevered and came out on top of it, and it was awesome. It was a good time.
Yeah, that's what that's what I mean. Like, I'm more worried about having a good time and whatnot. Like, we went up to Benazet like a few weeks ago, and that's like elk country for us. So like, it's a big thing to go see the elk. But the riding out there is beautiful. Like, so fucking twisty and whatnot. And it's like some of the places you can stop at is just, good eateries and whatnot. But it's like, I end up enjoying the ride a little too much, and then we're trying to shoot because even Megan's like, "Hey, are you gonna video anything?" And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. I was doing one when I did the 9/11 ride, took my daughter with me and came back down this side highway called the Chucknut. Runs right along Puget Sound from Bellingham down to about Cedar Woolley area to Highway 20. And there's some beautiful place. We pulled in this little town, Edison. It's like 290-degree corners, and then you're out of the town. But when you're coming in, you can smell the Longhorn Saloon with the barbecue going. And say, we'll stop here for lunch. You could smell it. And around the corner, the camera fell wrong and fucking snapped my GoPro mount and broke it. I'm like, well, so much for filming anymore because we're done now. Like, oh well, I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. I don't care.
Like I say, I've only destroyed one GoPro so far, so hopefully I'm done.
I didn't destroy the GoPro, just the fucking mount that I had on my handlebars. It turned wrong and it slipped and got pinched and I fucking snapped it right off. So much for that.
No, mine ate a Volkswagen.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 9/11 ride was a lot of fun. Daughter never gone to it, up to the Peace Arch here, right up on the Canadian border, and I think there was 70, 75 riders on the United States side and about 100 from the Canadian side that came down and, did the big ceremony. They fly guys out from NYPD, NYFD, and there's a big ceremony. It's really cool. The episode I did with Milepost 69 with Fire and Iron, they put it together. Mikey does. And, dude, the guy does a phenomenal job working with the 9/11 Commission and his crew, and they put on a great run every year. It's fun to be part of it. They got their big spring ride they do called Breaking Your Butt Ride, and then the end of the year is their big 9/11 ride. And they do, some more stuff in between that, but those are the big two ones, and they do a great job doing it. It's a lot of fun to be part of it and, go enjoy a ride and hang out and, help out another organization and just have fun. Camaraderie of the our great community that we're all part of.
Yeah, man, to give back and support so many events that go on, and sometimes it leads to you finding an event that you never even knew about, and it's right in your back door within an hour or two of you, and it's just great.
Yeah. Oh, they did that on their Break Their Butt In ride. When I did that earlier this year, it was all these back roads up and through Skagit County and up Whatcom up, and you get north of Everett, Washington up there, and it was 236 miles of nothing but back roads, and it was an absolute freaking amazing ride. It was freaking cool. There's some cool roads, and I've been on a few of them, but it's like, around some corners, buddy's like, where are we at? I'm like, I have no idea. I'm around a corner. It's like, oh shit, I know where we're at. I delivered lumber right down the road. Okay, now I know where we're going. But it was a lot of fun. It's cool when you get up to these other areas, and we all live in these different places, but when you follow somebody, that's their backyard, you can sure learn some cool places and have a good time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to write some stuff down, more like a bloggy type deal. And I was like trying to like remember all the routes and where the crosses are and all that. So it's like, all right, dude, like, instead of doing, the redneck version, I'll go past the second rock on the left and make a right on Albuquerque, but
when you see the second chicken farm, hang a left.
But if you made it to the cow farm on the right, Jebediah is going to tell you went too far.
Yeah. And when you hear those banjos, you better run.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was funny. I don't care who you are. That is funny. Oh, God.
What's going on here? Passengers.
So you got any plans, any things you're hoping to get done for next year that, if things work out right, you can, anything going?
Yeah, we were supposed to do Daytona Bike Week, but with some things and then having the little ones and whatnot, we said we weren't going to do it. We kind of bailed out on that. The big trip that I'm taking pretty much is taking like almost 2 weeks off. We're going to go out to Illinois for an event, meet up with a handful of other creators over there. And then we're going to go from Illinois back to PA. They're going to chill at my place for a day or two. And then we're going to head up to Laconia for the 100th.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Are you going to that or not? Doing, you know? Yet?
No, there's no way I could swing that. I would love to. It's on my list one of these days, but it might be a year or two. That's, like you're talking about. I mean, that's 2 weeks or whatnot. I mean, you got to go all the way cross country, hang out the first few days, back cross country. Got to play that lotto some more so I can actually win.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Does anyone else think that was rigged? But nah, man. Like we were talking before, I've been talking with a couple guys about doing like Route 66 and then start to finish and then going up Route 1 and everything up your way. And that's like, yeah, that's all great. But after we figured everything out, it's like, man, it's gonna take like 2 weeks just there, and it's gonna take another like 2-3 days to hit home. And that's even if we take time to stop and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's if you slam out Iron Bus and you do in 3 days cross country and just pound the miles.
Yeah, I don't think Megan's going to be on for that trip.
Yeah, I know there's no way my wife would do that.
No.
But yeah, you come up the Coast Highway 1, I think, what is it, little north of San Francisco, then it dives on, then you hit 101.
Yep.
And then it's 101 all the way up the coast and comes, I don't know, 400 yards from my house.
Well, that's about like you were saying there. I think you lose a lot of time going up through that way because you're going through such little towns and the
Oregon can slow you down on the Oregon coast because there's a ton of small towns and communities and all the state parks, but it is the Oregon coast is pretty beautiful. I've done half of it. I haven't done the southern part, but it is a little bit slower going through Oregon for sure, but it's also well worth it just because the scenery and everything you get to see is pretty freaking amazing.
I know. Everyone keeps telling me I got to get out there. I know. I'm trying. But
Satan's child. Shots. Man, I didn't bring any booze out here.
No, man. I ain't got nothing tonight, man.
I got a cold, good old-fashioned Jim Beam and squirt because that shit's good. God damn, Springer Mike and his brother got me hooked on that.
That peach, yeah, I was going to say, I don't even have my peach crown sitting here. What the hell?
Slacker. Can you make much time for it on 101? 101's, like we were just saying, Mike, it is a great ride. Nick, excuse me. But it is a little bit slower going. I mean, you hit Washington, you can, it's a little quicker because you don't have as many towns and whatnot riding up the coast. It's a little more spread out. But Oregon on 101 will slow you down just because there's so many small towns and all the tourist activity. But there's small stretches of it you can, get a little bit of time made up, but it's slow.
What's a better time of the year to even try and plan that ride up your way with like the rainy season and whatnot?
I would say late May through August.
That's what I figure. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, even to get toward you generally June, July, and August is pretty good weather out here, and pretty nice. And like this year was it was hot. We had a great summer, even a great late summer. It was really wet come late spring, and then definitely Mother Nature definitely made up for it.
Yeah, it just seems like it, man. The weather patterns are just this year. I don't know if we're gonna it was a hot summer but decent summer. I think we skipped right over fall. I think we had a whopping week and a half of actual fall, and then now it's just cold. But even then, the temperatures are fluxing.
Yeah, we get that up here, but it's I don't know. Mother Nature throws in their own curves, but I know this year with that late Indian summer we had. I mean, it was. Well, beginning of November, we were still hitting high 70s and mid 70s. Then all of a sudden, it's like 3 days later, it's 40. It's like, all right, winter just showed up.
Yeah, I know it's messing with the hunting season around here and everything. It's just pushing everything everywhere right now.
Yeah, ours at the very beginning of modern rifle, modern firearm, it was too hot. I mean, a lot of people didn't even want to go out just because you'd pay hell trying to get it out. Out of the timber before it gets, basically spoiled. And a lot of people waited for late buck, which for us is in November. You get 4 days for modern, if you're doing modern firearm, and temperature dropped. It was, 30s and some areas of snow, but a lot more favorable for guys that want to, venture into the backcountry and, you don't got to worry about as much of your deer spoiling trying to get it out.
Well, see, Pennsylvania just tried something. They tried to early the first day, but I didn't realize what they did was they early the first day, but then they took like the last 3 or 4 days off of it. So you have like all these guys coming out of state and everything that put in, for that time of the year, and like nobody showed up or everyone was it was hell. I think my neighbor wasn't happy at all. He just bagged one yesterday or the day before because we just went up to the cabin the other night and skinned it up and did everything up last night.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even bother. I mean, normally I archery hunt, but September was so freaking hot. It's like, dude, there's no way. And I mean, now it just opened back up for archery until all the way through the end of December. It's like, I haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm not going to go out when it's fucking 70, 80 degrees. There's just no way.
No, man. Nah, my neighbors just asked me about that if I'd get into it. I said I'd do archery, but I think he said about doing a crossbow because I totally blew out my bicep the other year, like totally tore it right off and having to get it rebuilt back and stuff. I'm still trying to get up from that. I'm like, dude, there ain't no way I'm going to be able to draw a bow back.
Yeah, I did. Well, not bicep, but my whole entire left shoulder had that thing all sewn back together almost 2 years ago. I tore everything.
Yeah, it's not fun.
No, I mean, fuck, rotator cuff, most of my bicep tendon, the labrum, pulled the humerus out of the socket, and it was foobarred. Yeah. The left shoulder was like 2.5 inches higher than my right, and pushing up into my neck, the collarbone, and it was foobarred. Just took forever to get it fixed. Industrial accident, you think your employer would take care of you when
nope.
Obviously it happened there, but oh, hell no.
Nope. Yeah, dude, I actually worked an extra 2-3 months just to get through because, it was through the winter. Yeah, dude, I worked like another 2-3 months through the winter before I even went in and said something because it was like, they ain't going to cover this.
Nah, it took me 4.5 years of fighting and having to get a lawyer before I finally got surgery. And by then there's so much more damage, but it's like, you still got to get it fixed. Now it's just deal with it and off to another job.
Yeah, dude, I was pushing it, dude, because they were like, if you would have came in any sooner, or we would have had to try a cadaver, and they weren't even sure the cadaver was going to work.
Dude,
so I was like tripping there for a bit.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
What are you going to do, man? You got to pay the bills.
Yep. Yeah, those kind of, industrial accidents suck. Wyoming rifle hunt, 600 to 1,000 yards. Well, yeah. Yeah, with a rifle.
Rifle? No, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. Up close and personal, flinging sticks.
That way, if I totally miss, I can just blame it on the arrow, man. It was the feather. Damn it.
Although, I do got my brush gun. It'd be fun because I got a 257 Roberts, and I just fucking love that thing. It's, one of those that was got from my uncle before he passed away, and just one of those, it's, I don't know, to me it's got that sentimental value, and I freaking love it. And especially around here, Blacktail, we're a heavily timbered area. I mean, it's a great rifle. I know some people have read that they'll even use them for elk hunting and whatnot, but I don't know. Even though I'd love to go elk hunting up here, and I'd rather eat elk than beef myself. I freaking love elk.
How is that out in your way? Because for us to even put in for a license and all that, it's like winning the lottery.
No, you can get elk tags over the counter.
Nah, these guys out here, it's like there's guys that put in for 10 years and still never got the.
Oh, no, we got out here. I mean, there's plenty of them. Yeah, you just go in and get your, deer tag, or go get your hunt license. Cool, you can get your multi-species tag, so you can go get deer, elk, bear, cougar, and everything. Wait for the season to open and go out.
Yeah. Yep, not that lucky over here.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of them. I mean, there's a lot of herds around here. Plus, you can go to each. The only thing, as opposed to deer in Washington State, is that when you get your elk tag, you got to specify: are you hunting west of the Cascades or are you going east of the Cascades? That's the only stipulation. You pick one or the other.
Is that because they have preservations or something on either side, or?
Honestly, I don't know why they do it that way.
See, that's one of the big issues up here is that everything's on a preservation area and stuff, and they're trying to rebuild the population or whatnot. And they've been doing it for years, but I don't know, man. To me, it's just something that probably ain't going to happen. It's like a lot of these guys that put out to go hunting out west your way and everything, or even southwest and whatnot, man. They'll sit there, they'll have money put back for years for it and never get a call that they ever got, approved for a tag. Yeah,
the only one like it that's, like a lottery would be sheep. You want to go after. Not really a. God, it's not a bighorn, but in Washington you can only get drawn once in a lifetime, unless the only loophole is if you're a kid that's a teenager and you put in for the youth hunt for mountain goat and moose, then you can get drawn twice a year. Otherwise, it's like mountain goats, whatnot. It's once in a lifetime draw.
That's what they're saying. Like my neighbor was just saying about taking my kids out. I think this next week or so, you can do certain stuff with them, but that we can't do. And I was like, go for it. Let them have the opportunity because I ain't going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a few lottery deals, but other than that, I mean, all the other big game, bear, deer, elk, cougar, everything else. I mean, you can just go down and get the tag.
Nope. Not out here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, their herds are pretty decent out here. I mean, there's, some actually, there's probably 5 or 6 on the north end of the Olympic Peninsula, and you can go farther south, and there's a lot of them around here.
Oh boy, you made it to the top, man. There you go. Corey, make sure you're hitting that up, man.
Goodbye. Goddamn people. Well, I even highlighted one. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Got rid of it. Oh.
Do you got anything coming up? You pretty much shut down for the season.
Oh, no. What do you mean, for content-wise or podcasts?
I don't know. How's your riding? I don't know if you guys get the ride through footage.
It's kind of riding-wise, it's kind of slowed down just because it's gotten pretty cold. And a couple weeks back, we did get some snow, and so the roads still got some de-icer on them, but I think it's been washed away with the rain, but they're forecasting possibly more snow middle of this week, and so we'll have to see how that plays out. If there's, if the roads are somewhat damp, especially if there's de-icer on it, I ain't going to ride it because that stuff is so corrosive.
Oh, dude, it's going to eat the shit. Yeah, I know.
I know. It's like I'll pass on that and wait till it washes away.
Yeah, because I think I was giving Noggin shit for that, and it's like I totally get up there. Like up there in upstate New York, they drop chemicals even when they think it's going to snow an inch. They'll just plaster the whole road with it. Or like down here, I'm in the backwoods, so like they're still using cinders, and like every like maybe 12 hours they'll come by with a plow. We gotta still shovel ourselves out and try them out. That's why I got the skid steer and everything.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, if that's the only big thing is especially around here, I mean, there are those people that still go out and, you got those guys that just, I don't know, in a way, I guess you can say don't give a shit about their bike and we'll just go ride it. But, when you try to keep it clean, take pride in what you got, it's like, if there's coat and de-icer, I'll pass, I'll wait.
Oh, that winter I had to ride to work every day. Like my buddy Derek was like laughing at me because I'd find like we had this little tin smoke shack and I'd park the bike under there and like at like lunch, I'm like trying to hose it down with hot water.
Oh, yeah. That stuff is corrosive and nasty. Yeah, I'll pass.
Nah.
As much as a guy, you want to get out and do ride and enjoy some miles and just have a good time, but flip side, if you care about your stuff, then I don't know. You got to weigh it out, at least for me. But to each their own, some people want to do it. Hey, man, go for it. Ride it up. I don't care.
Yeah, it'd have to be like a once in a lifetime thing that we had to go somewhere or do something to go do it, but I really haven't. I think this last winter was pretty much a bust for me.
Yeah, and that's how it was even last year. Even I haven't been able to get out for a while. Been weeks and weeks, but I don't know. We'll see if maybe something opens up. You can get out for a couple hours here sometime, but I don't know. It might be living that battery tender life for a little while.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Not really, but I'll pretend.
Well, you can't do nothing. Well, I mean, you could always, have the wind, the fan up in front of you, the old lady's holding the screen up for you, man. Spritz a little water or something like that.
Yeah, put up a green screen, so yeah.
It'd be all right. See?
Yeah. And pretend.
Just pretend. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a nice rip, though. That would be nice. I'm ready for springtime already. Warmer weather, longer days. Warmer weather.
Like I said, it's just This year it's so up and down, man. Like one day it's like you got to go out and start the truck up, let it defrost for 20 minutes plus, or and then you got to like bundle up, and then like the next day it's like, oh well, hell, dude, I could wear shorts. Like what the hell?
Yeah, we get it that way up here, then it's blowing wind sideways and piss and rain. The next day it's sunshiny, or even later that afternoon.
Yeah, it's ridiculous now.
Or for me, it's like, I can go over to, Tacoma and Lower Puget Sound where it can be 45, 50, 55, 60 degrees, and then come back here and it's 40 and raining and blowing sideways. It's like, yeah, this is awesome. Throwing straps when it's pouring rain and blowing. Well, not so much the rain, but when the wind's blowing and you got to try to throw them into it, fuck, it's a bitch.
No. Yep.
That's the only time that wet straps are nice, when they're soaking wet and heavy as shit when the wind's blowing. Especially if you got to throw them into the wind.
Oh, that's never fun, man. Then you got to try and crank that shit down. Then you get the pry bar to slip out of the hole there, and you just do that lovely little.
Oh yeah, luckily you have your hard hat on when you slam your head into the side of your trailer. Been there once or twice.
Yep.
Or when you're cranking it down and the strap breaks. And you eat shit.
On that.
Oh yeah, good times. So the last few months, I've gone through a lot of my straps, my work trucks. It's starting to fray. Fuck it, throw it out. We got boxes of new ones. Like I'm not playing that game after smashing my head into the trailer. Lucky. I had my hard hat on, so because where we're loading it Interfor, you have to have a hard hat on.
Yeah.
All your vests and all that stuff. And luckily, I did have it on, or it would have been not pretty. But
I can tell you, these container locks right now for these intermodal containers are getting ridiculous. Like they'll get hung up a little bit, and you take even just a regular claw hammer and you tap on it once or twice, it'll snap completely off, and there you are, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, yeah, ain't nobody gonna help me right now.
Yeah. That's about when I start my mornings, around 3:15.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I leave the house, I get up about 1:30, 2 o'clock, leave the house by 2:20, 2:30, and I'm on the road by, I don't know, it takes about an hour and a half, depending on how fast I want to drive that morning.
Yeah, I'll generally leave 3:15, and then if I leave my house 3:15, I'm at work about 3:16, and it's rough.
Hard life.
Hey, but I am looking forward to it. I did figure out which will be cool is my new truck's actually on the key fob. It's got a pre-trip button. You hit it, and it'll flash all your lights. Cab lights will come on, headlights, and the high beams, and your blinkers, and the fog lights, and it'll do all your lights. And it's like, that's pretty fucking cool. Pull in the shop, just hit the button as I'm pulling in there and look at them. Yep, good to go.
Yeah, we go through people too much to even think of having that kind of technology.
Well, before that, I think probably our newest truck was early last year, we got one new one, the first 22 Western Star, but other than that, most of ours are 15, 16, 17-ish, somewhere in there. And so, these new ones, it's, even though I'd laugh, Amos, one of the guys I work with, when he got his new Western Star about 10 months ago, it didn't even come with a key fob for the doors or anything. And he's like, that's bullshit. Yours does? I'm like, I guess so.
Yeah, we're just running right now, dude. It's all, like, I don't know. We're relatively, 4 to 5 years, but we're running just plain Freightliners right now. But like I said, with that whole order not being fulfilled, we don't know what we're going to get.
Yeah, we have one... See, my Western, Corey's. Amos has a new one, then the new one came. So we have 4 Western Stars, and the rest of our fleet is all Freightliners. There's probably 10 or 11. A couple of them are sleeper cabs, but we don't go over the road, and the rest are just day cab Freightliners. 10 speeds, 13 speeds. My Western Star and Amos's and Corey's are 18 speeds, but the rest of them are just 10 and 13s.
I'm glad you guys get to still do that, because we're all a bunch of steering wheel holders over here on the East Coast. There ain't no company right now other than a couple privateer companies that even still run stick. It's fucking, I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the downfall. My brand new one is their new 13-speed automatic. So,
it's that. That ain't that push button, is it?
No.
No, it's full toggle deal.
Yeah, it's on the fucking steering wheel.
Yeah,
on the jig control, and I don't know. They say it's supposed to be their new design, and I know when we spec'd it out, the boss ordered it. Ordered shift points, kind of an idea where he wants. Like Corey told me, he goes, "Hey, if you think it's shifting to it," he goes, let us know and they'll adjust everything and whatnot. Or you can toggle and you can drive it as a manual if you want. There's a switch on there to make it a manual. It's like, yeah, I don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, ours do that, but it's a joke. It's still going to auto for you. Even if you're trying to climb the hill and you're trying to keep it up at that RPM, it's still going to just automatic. Pew!
Yeah. The only thing that will be nice is like when we're, over in that Puget Sound, Seattle, Tacoma area and traffic shit, not having to, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Oh, okay, now let's downshift and going through gears left and right. I'll be enjoying that automatic at those times. That's no joke.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I can complain about from the area that we run, because I mean, I've gone up to New York and out and all that just with this company, but like Baltimore's just atrocious, man. I can't even take it. I mean, I am kind of happy I'm in an automatic with that, but that's just one city, man. I'm good. I don't need to go visit. I'm good.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Seattle. It's like I'll pass through it every now and then if I got to. Usually coming south, we got the ferries across Puget Sound, so our boss, if we're going north of Seattle, it's like take the ferry over, save money on fuel costs, and then we drive around to come back. It's, longer drive back, but it saves him some money on fuel. And then you got to fight that traffic all the way around Seattle, and it can be a shit show.
Man, why you got to talk about your hometown like that? You're Seattle's #1 podcast. Come on now.
Seattle. And this show's over. See you, Zach.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks for coming on. See you next week. Dude, that is a joke that will not die.
Nope, it will not.
It's kind of comical. I've, learned to laugh about it.
I mean, if you want to talk about, people that glisten in the sun and all that, and you're up in that neck of the woods, I mean, you can talk to Meg. Meg will probably come down and talk to you about that.
I can't even remember how that one started. And it just, there's been, comments, somebody's other post, you make a comment, and all of a sudden it'll come up just out of the blue all over the place. Like, Jesus.
Well, at least you got people that listen.
Hey, this is true, Yeah, that one started, and it fucking grew legs, and it ran. And it's still running.
No, Dallas and them, in between Phoenix and Dallas and them, they got that Remy or rim job or some BS joke going on right now. I don't care. It's all in good fun.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that in posts. Remy! I think it was somewhere in the comments earlier from Dallas.
No, I'm sure.
Oh, that's funny shit.
I'm trying to hit up his event there in this coming year. I think that's in October in Tennessee. I want to get down there and hang out with him and a couple other guys meeting up down there.
That'd be cool. I would love to check out that area.
Oh, Tennessee, I've been saying I've been telling Megan for 2 years. I was like, we need to get down there on the bike. Because like right away, she's like, oh, we can go to Nashville. We can go here. I was like, no, like Eastern, like got to hit the Dragon, got to hit the, do the whole triangle deal there. Like I want to hit it all.
So how far a ride is that for you to get down there?
On the bike, probably 12, 13.
Oh, okay.
Depends on which way I go. I'll probably just go down 81, pick up 77 on the way down through there. Yeah. If I don't want to do, I can hit the back of the Dragon on the way down there too. Like I can do that whole spread through like Virginia, West Virginia, and all that down and through. I just don't know. I don't know. It depends if I can get a couple people to meet up with me and head down with too.
So did you break it up and do a 2-day trip to get down there, or just, it depends. Especially 2 up, probably 2 days.
Yeah, if we're doing that, probably, I don't know. More of them. We're still trying to work on that. See, like she used to be a banger on the back of the bike. Like she didn't care. Like we'd be able to do 1,000 miles in a day and she wouldn't even blink an eye. And nowadays with surgery and age and all that, it's getting harder. So I think Ocean City, just going from there, Ocean City was like a 5.5 hour ride, and it really did a number on her. So
yeah, as we get older,
we'll play it as it is. I mean, I don't know. Probably I got plenty of connections going up and down the coast now. I mean, it wouldn't be nothing to hit somebody up on the way down. Maybe get them to tag along too.
Oh yeah. Get a nice group ride going.
Oh yeah.
Corey, how old are you guys? I'll be 45 in March.
Oh damn. I'm a young buck. Like man, I'm only 32.
Jesus Christ, you are. Oh, it's time for some more wood. Actually, you know what? I think I can leave the headphones on. How about that? Time to go snap, crackle, pop.
Oh, did I beat Springer Mike to the punch? Damn. Yeah, Springer. There was a couple guys talking about that Wheels Through Time there. That's in the North Carolina, I believe, or is that South Carolina? I'm not quite sure. But we were talking
I don't
about making a trip
remember.
in there. I saw a video on it. I think Sandoval or somebody put out something on it. I said about going.
I don't know. I don't think I saw that one.
Actually,
It sounds familiar, the Wheels Through Time, but I can't remember or place it or think.
I know it's a museum. I've seen a video on it. It was within the last couple months, but we just hit up a place that same day, this last Saturday, the same day as the Harrisburg bike show. Like, dude, we went there for they nailed you for parking. You got in there. It cost us like $50 for two of us to get in, plus the kiddos. And it wasn't even a single haul worth. It wasn't even worth the time. It really wasn't. Like, there was hardly anything there. There was only like 6 bikes in the whole bike show. And it was like, all right.
And your internet is going south.
Mine.
Oh, there you go. Now you're back.
Oh, don't do that to me.
You froze and then went and then you went black. And then now you're back.
Man, I'm back.
You went to the dark side.
I heard they have cookies over there. But no, we went up to Bloomsburg, PA, and just that Bloomsburg Berwick area, and there's actually a place called Bill's Cycle Barn. I gotta highly recommend anybody like Jersey, New York, or anybody passing through, hit that place up, because I mean the history in that in there was just amazing. It's like 50,000 square foot, and it's like a whole walkthrough thing, man. He's got everything from Indians to Harleys to, it's like literally he made like a town in the building, and you just walk through each phase of history in that.
So the Wheels Through Time is Maggie Valley, North Carolina.
Oh, all right, that wouldn't be bad.
No, that'd be cool. Looks pretty cool place.
Trying to throw around the idea of Myrtle, but I don't think that's going to happen until, well,
38,000 square foot museum housing 300 plus rare motorcycles and related exhibits, photos, and memorabilia. That looks pretty cool. Actually, yeah, Bryce is cool too.
Yeah, man. I can't believe my internet's going in and out like that. Thought it was hardwired in. Maybe not.
Yeah, fucking never know. Could have been my side. I mean, even though it's hardwired, even the other night, I'm trying to do something and it says I got like, I don't know why I came up one bar. It's like, dude, this stuff's hardwired in. I pay for the gig speed, but I don't know. Doesn't mean you get it.
No, you don't. Saying what here? Yeah, it's a museum. I was going to hit it up on the way to Daytona. Yes, I know. See, Bedlam was one of the ones that was supposed to be going to Daytona with us, and we were trying to throw different things together. Like, we even talked about going down. I did not realize logistically where we were at from Daytona. We kept saying we wanted to go to Key West until we realized that Key West was like a 9-hour ride down. So,
yeah, I didn't get most of that. You're going in and out again.
Nah.
I don't know. Something's going on, but yeah, that's all right.
Oh, if anything, I mean, we can cut it short here on me, dude, and let somebody else come in or something or throw it up.
I mine's done that every now and then too. It'll just go funky. And it's like, well, what the shit?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That hasn't happened to me yet, man. No, man. You give me the, viruses over there from the bots, man. Don't be doing that.
No, I got rid of those things, man.
But they have no road glides. Man, you gotta... Oh, that's right, man. I'm over here in Shark Nation territory, man. I forgot.
That's right.
Damn.
About to get shanked. Oh, Batwing guys hanging out.
Shit. Man, I don't know, man. I made it to Jersey and back and didn't get shanked by Bri. I mean, I thought that was an achievement.
This is true. And Bri's proud of that stuff. He joined that Shark Nation. He's going, that's all out.
Oh, man, he jumped on that train quicker than shit, man. He was on that like.
Hell yeah, he's ready to come to the good side. Leave the dark side, come to the bright side. Batwings for life. Everybody has their own.
Yeah, man, that's right. Same child. Yep, right there. There's my top fan right there, man. Key West to Daytona is 7 hours. I have no idea we popped it in on Google, and I was like sitting there going, yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
Key West would be fun. I mean, for me, like the farthest point from the northwest to the farthest point to the southeast. It'd be a long ass ride. It'd be pretty fucking cool.
See,
the
like
Four Corners would be a lot of fun.
That's what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to start up in Maine and go all the way from Maine, because I used to deliver houses and everything up there, man. And like, you know, we've been up to almost Canada line. Like we were to the point where you could literally throw a stone over the Canada. And I kept saying to a couple guys, is like, man, let's just do Route 1. I said, not necessarily Route 1 down through there, because that is a pain. I looked at that and tried to plan that out before, and it was just going to be horrible. But just to go down that way from Maine to Key West, and then maybe from like Key West over to what would that be? What, down below San Diego and all that?
Yeah, it's down at San Ysidro, California.
Okay.
What is it? Madawaska, Maine to Key West, San Ysidro, California, Blaine, Washington. You can start, I mean, any one of the Four Corners, and those are the 4 corners you got to hit.
Yeah.
And I know if you register with the Southern California Society or Iron Boat, I think the Iron Boat's taking it over now. Was it 22 days?
Yeah, they hit up
have
all
to do it.
Yeah.
And I had some old guys that I knew, you know, through my dad. They were in their late 60s, and they did it 7-8 years ago, and actually enjoyed some of the places on the East Coast, you know, because they had family over there. Still did it in, like, I think it was 19 days. You know, some stuff goes like Southwest, and, you know, it's boring as shit. Just lay down the miles, and then, you know, enjoyed the East Coast a few more extra days, and still made it with plenty of time.
So that's me, my mom and all them. They went out Southwest, did like the 4 corners there, and did some stuff out and around there and whatnot. And like she says, we have to hit it up, and I'm like, well, that's great if I had the time. Like I'll try and make the time, but it's just like right now with having the, you know, not using the youngins as a, you know, excuse or nothing. But I'd also like to get it to the point that our oldest could start coming out with us. I've been trying to get him on to at least try and cruise on the Dyna. I think I got him to go up and down the driveway like last year.
Hey, morning, Robin. Evening for us, and morning down there in Australia.
Oh,
dude, that was a crazy one. That was got to be, in a way, one of a different milepost where it's, you know, Sunday night, and I'm talking to somebody, and where they're at, it's Monday morning. It just seemed really weird.
Oh, dude, I couldn't even do that. I feel like,
but it was a lot of fun.
I'd be like, "Are you sure you're okay to do this?" Like, I might be tired.
It's like, you know, you get some of these guys where it's just, you know, from West Coast to East Coast trying to work out time frames, and you throw in, you know, we got Robin came on again. Now we, you know, came to YouTube because she was on back when with just audio, and it's like you want to work in that time zone. That's a whole new ball game. It's like, dang.
Hell,
like I'm talking to the future in that one. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. Robin's super cool.
I find it hard trying to get people that are even just an hour behind me scheduled up. It's like, it's 6 o'clock. Is that going to work for you? Well, and I'm like, it's an hour.
Or some of those, and you get 2 or 3 people on it. Every one is in a different time zone. I've had one of those, like, holy cow.
Yeah, that happened the other Friday, man. We had like everyone on. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Sorry, mechanics sending me pictures. I got my new ProTech headache rack on, the toolboxes, all the deck plating on, and truck looks nice. If it just had license plates. They're teasing me.
Oh, what time is it here? What?
6 o'clock here.
Oh no, it's 9 here. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to puss out and bang out, man. But thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate you.
I do. No, thank you, man. This was a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody for coming and hanging out on a very short notice throw together, just kind of come hang out session. No, it was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, man.
So you enjoy, and you know, thanks for coming out, and I have to do it again in the future, man.
Yeah, must, man. I'll have you on.
Absolutely.
You have me on, whatever deal, man. We'll do something. We'll talk. Hit me up afterwards, man. We'll talk. You know.
Heck yeah.
All right, man, brother. Later.
All right, bud. Latest. Well, that was fun. Quick little throw together session. We got the little bent rim on, and now we're just hanging out. And I know I put the link in the chat, man. If anybody wants to jump on for a few, I'm still here and hang out. Hit that link and hang out if you like. These old guys that go to bed early. Come on now. It's only 7 o'clock there. Ain't that late, Mike. Come on now. I'll shoot you some pictures, Mike. Alrighty. Well, I guess go hang out and have some dinner. But no, thanks everybody for, coming and hanging out at such short notice. I know it was just a very quick throw together. You decided to go live at like 3:30, an hour and a half before 5, and still a lot of you guys came on, hung out, man. Thank you very much. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate all the support and everybody hanging out and keep the side chat going. It's a lot of fun. So, hey, you guys have fun, ride safe, and next week we got Clayton Biker Cowboy next Sunday. A guy did an epic event. He actually quit his job to go take a 6-week trip cross-country riding with his dad, which would be freaking killer. So we're going to talk about that adventure because they went cross-country everywhere, and, it's kind of what the V-Twin life's about, riding and enjoying time, and especially when it comes to father and son riding. Man, that's cool. I can't wait to hear some of the stories that he's going to share. So, guys, tune in next Sunday, and we'll be here 5 o'clock Pacific, hanging out with Clayton Biker Cowboy out of Oregon. So, till then, guys, hey, have fun, ride safe, enjoy that open road, and we will catch you guys next Sunday. Later, peoples.